Good morning, and happy Monday. Happy Monday to everybody. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Good morning, Eliza. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me. Did you have a good weekend? Good morning, Miss Lisa. How are you feeling? Hopefully you are feeling better. Good morning, Jules. Good morning, Sonia. Good morning. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, everybody. We're going to have fun today. Awesome. Glad to hear about that. Good morning, Grace. How are you? I'm good. I am good. It was a relaxing weekend. Had a couple calls from work, but not too bad. Was not too bad. So good morning, Kate. Good morning. Get your coffee out this morning, y'all. I'm lounging today. Today is holiday for the county. So needless to say, will not be having to go to work today. So it was good, Cynthia. How was yours? Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for waking up early with me this morning, y'all. Thanks for waking up early. Thank you, Eliza. Good morning, Miss Abby. Good morning. It was short. It was short. Miss Abby, you off work today too? Good morning. Good morning. Hello from Ohio. Going to be negative 21, Marnie. Oh my gosh. Marnie, you need to come visit. I think it's going to be in the 60s today. Good morning, Irie. But at least I got to sleep to 6:30 today. Awesome. You haven't slept yet, Eliza. Why not? No power today. Major snowstorm. Oh my gosh, Kate. Oh my gosh. Sending you good vibes. Let's send her some good vibes. She needs some power. Good morning from Central Kentucky. Good morning, y'all. Good morning from Arizona. Good morning from Arizona. It is going to be, it's 41 here today. So it's going to be warm today. Good morning, Carrie. Chat, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Martin Luther King. Well, happy birthday, Miss Anna. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anna. Happy birthday to you. I know I'm not a very good singer, but happy birthday anyways. Yay. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the heart me. So today, what are we doing today? We're doing a placemat in the hoop, and it may take a little bit. I was contemplating on which one to do. He is good. Give me a blazer. Come here. Do you want to say good morning? Do you want to say good morning? Say good morning. Good morning. Good morning. He had his first vet visit on Friday, and he did really well with it Friday. Coffee. I need coffee. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, say good morning, huh? Say good morning. Good morning. Yes, it's good to see you too. Good to see you too. So, yes, say good morning. Yeah. Oh, I know. Just a lot of kisses. Lots of kisses. So, lots of kisses. No, he's doing really well. He's doing really well. So, I'm pretty happy. The vet said he was all good, and he got his rabies shot and everything, and we got scheduled not till I think March for his to get fixed and stuff today too. So yes, happy Martin Luther King Day. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Yes, good morning, huh? Good morning. So but anyway, so today the design I'm going to use is by Juju. I'm in a, what do you call it, mood, outdoors. So the design we're going to do, I'll show you here in a minute. I have it up on my other screen here. I'll show you the design we're going to do. It is from Juju. So if you go to Juju, you can search for Placemat. Then you'll be able to find it. So, and I'm going to get dinged for redirecting you guys. And I apologize if I did get dinged. So, but anyways, this is the one. Hold on, I'm gonna pull you guys this way so you can see. And try not to turn the thing over here. And I about turned you guys over. That was bad. Did you see that? That was bad. So come this way. Go this way a little further. This way a little further. Okay. That is the one we're doing this morning, guys. You were just going to take us on a roller, right? You know, hey, I decided, I was like, hey, free roller coaster ride today. Free roller coaster ride today. So this is the one that we're going to be doing today. It may take us a little bit. I think it'll stitch out fairly quickly. I think because what it is we'll stitch. You'll stitch each one of the blocks. Each one of the blocks gets stitched, and then once we stitch each one of those blocks, good morning at the airport. Coolest dad, where are you going? You fly safe, please, y'all. Let's send him some safe flights. So as you see, each one of these squares is a different hooping. So each one of those is a different hooping. We may end up hooping a few of them in the same hoop, because we have Arkansas. You fly safe, please. Fly safe, please. Yes, safe travels to you. Thanks for hanging out this morning with us. Thanks for hanging out. But as you see, each one of these little hoopings here is a different hooping. So we'll have to stitch each one of these out. Once we get each one of these all stitched out, what we'll do is, good morning, Shirley. What we'll do is we'll combine all of these. So we'll be combining all of these into one. So if you guys want to take a screenshot of that way you can see exactly what we're stitching, out. So I'll give y'all a chance to get a screenshot of that, and then we'll get started. Well, I'll just leave y'all there for a minute because I'm going to grab my hoop. And I'm thinking for the base fabric, y'all, what do y'all think for this, for the base fabric? So it's like it's flannel. It's got trees and stuff on it. What do you guys think about that for the base fabric? Because the majority of these are all applique. It's all an applique. So, and I will not be making 4 of these. I might possibly make 2, but not 4. So looks great. Okay, awesome. We're gonna do that then. We are gonna do that. So let's go ahead, and while y'all are looking at that, I'm gonna go ahead and hoop my hoop. And like I said, I'm gonna hoop the big hoop. We might be able to do a couple of these in these have become my new favorite scissors. Miss Irie gave me these scissors, and I really appreciate her sending me scissors, because those have been like, I use them for everything now. I'd never seen the spring scissors. I'd never seen any scissors like that. So awesome. Stay there. So after today, being I'm off today, I'm going on a spring cleaning mood today. And then I've got 2 projects that I want to work on. So I may do a video on a couple of those. I might do a video on those. So we'll see. We will see. Anyways, so now that I got my mess cleaned, we are going to hoop some stabilizer here. And we're going to use a magnetic hoop, y'all. We're going to use a magnetic hoop. And like I said, we're going to see how many we can get hooped in one hooping, because I have a feeling we're probably going to be able to get quite a few of them in here. So what we'll do is I'm going to show y'all, I'll show y'all once we get this hooped, we'll go back over to the embroidery machine, and we're going to load as many as we can into this hoop. We'll load as many as we can into this hoop and see how it goes. See how, do not fall off there, please. Do not fall off there, please. Da-doom, da-doom. Are you visiting family in Arkansas, coolest dad? Pop that on there. I always throw it on there. I'm like, I'll just throw it on there. Mr. Coolest Dad is a fellow Arizonan here. He is about 2.5 hours from me. Lives over there where my youngest son lives. It's like there's like one section that doesn't want to pull. Okay. I think I got it. Okay. I got it. And I'm doing no-show mesh stabilizer on here. No-show mesh stabilizer. So picking up my son, bringing him back to AZ. Awesome. Well, that'll be exciting. That's exciting. Okay. So what we're going to do is, y'all all get a screenshot of that. this is what we're going to be doing. So the no-show mesh, Sharon, no-show mesh. Sorry if I missed your comments. Yes, everybody's saying have a great time. So, and it'll be fun flying. Just as a reminder, guys, that 2-day retreat is coming up, y'all. That 2-day retreat, and I'm excited. I'm going to try and open up the back of this fifth wheel for that retreat, y'all. I'm going to try and open up the back of the fifth wheel for the retreat. So hopefully, I already got mine fixing to download the, awesome, Irie. Awesome, because they have the design for the 5x7 and for the 5x7 and for the 6x10, I think is what it says. Okay, Sharon. Awesome. So, okay. So what we're going to do, like I said, let me put a new bobbin in here because I think after I do spring cleaning, I'm going to fill bobbins too. As you see, I've got bobbins everywhere. Y'all, I needed a day. I needed it today. So tomorrow, I'm excited tomorrow because I have joined the group Quilts of Valor, which the Quilts of Valor ladies, it could be gentlemen too. Quilts for veterans. They're gifting me a quilt, and I told them they didn't need to do that, but they didn't give me an option. I tried to argue with them, and well, that didn't work out very well. So I'll be getting gifted a quilt tomorrow morning, which I'm excited for. I'm excited. Love quilts. And then I'm going to be starting to sew on a quilt that I'll be making for a veteran. So I'm excited for that. So that's going to be my tomorrow. I took a day off. They're like, we meet once a month, and but they were like, but it's on Tuesdays. And I'm like, I've got over 300 days of built up time. I think I can take a day off. So anyways, so yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited too. So, okay. So we're going to add in the bear. So let's see. I'm going to try and lay it out. We're going to try and lay it out. So we're going to set that. And I'm going to take an edit. And we're going to try and lay it out how it's laid out on here. So it goes that way. So I'm going to flip him around. We're going to rotate him. Rotate him that way. So we're going to say, okay. And then we're going to move him. I'm going to grab him and I'm going to move him up here because I think he's the first one there. We're going to say, okay. And then we're going to add another one. We're just going to keep adding because I can do a pretty big design here because this is a pretty big hoop. We should make sure that I can add, oh, yeah, that one. So the next one I need is this one. Set. We're going to edit. We're going to rotate that one. We're going to go that way with that one. I'm going to come up here, and that is not going to go in there. Okay. So we're going to be able to do a few of these. We want to give enough room for sewing or for seam allowance. So we're going to say, okay. And then I'm going to add another one. So we're going to add another design in there. Sometimes you could come in here and depending on the design, you could actually come in here and actually be able to stitch them all out. So we're going to grab him. We're going to set him and we're going to, just for general purpose, I'm going to rotate him. Edit, rotate. We're going to grab him down here. Nope, I don't think we're going to be able. I'm going to grab that one. I'm going to delete him. Okay, we're going to have two. I'm going to rotate him. So we're going to do two at the same time. We'll do two at the same in the same hooping. That way we don't have to hoop as many times. You just play with it. Oh, sorry. I wish they wouldn't have it as mirrored. So it'd be a lot nicer if they didn't have it as mirrored. So anyways, I apologize. So we'll go through this process again on the next hooping, but we're going to do two hoopings this time. So we're going to click OK, and we're going to click Embroider. We're going to click Embroider. So 41 minutes. Y'all, there is no way I'm going to be able to do this whole. We're going to get done what we can, guys. We'll get done what we can. So I didn't even think about that 2 hours, but we're going to start stitching. We'll start stitching. So first thing we got to do is the, black is fine. First thing we got to do is the placement for the batting. So we'll get the batting. What are we making? Hold on, let me show you. Let me show you. I'm just gonna unhoop you guys for a minute. And I'm gonna show you what we're making. Flip the camera. So this is what we're looking at making. This is what we're looking at making. So, and it's by Juju. So if you want to take a screenshot of that, you can see that is what we're making. Flip the camera. So we're going to go back. Right? It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Hold on. I dropped. Some reason or another, we're hooping you back in here. What are you retracting there, Miss Sharon? She did her shirt. Yes, Margaret, I did. The shirt I have, I did on a live. I did on a live. Okay. So we'll do the first one and then we'll do the next one. So we're going to see. Hopefully we have enough time. Hopefully I'm not really on a big time frame today because I am off today. But so we're going to stitch that down. Your machine locked up yesterday. I took it apart and got it running. Oh, nice job. Nice job. Sharon, I think we need to do another reverse applique. I think we need to do another reverse applique on a sweatshirt because this was actually fun. To start out with, it wasn't so fun, but then it turned out okay. Thanks for the repost and thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for the repost and hanging out. So what it does is we'll stitch this out and then we'll trim around. We're going to trim around. Where's my scissors? What is my scissors? We'll turn around the batting if I can find my scissors. There they are. Thought I lost my scissors. Y'all, if you're going to do embroidery, get you a pair of these curved scissors. Yes, you can, Sharon. You can delete designs. So you just select the design on the, so you just actually, it's a push screen. So you just select that design, even if you've added multiples in there, select that design and you can go in there and remove the one that you want. So we're removing the batting because we're going to be stitching these together and we don't want a big seam. So if we remove the batting and then we're going to add our top fabric on there, it'll make it where we don't have a thick seam when we're stitching it together. So, because we're going to be stitching this together here. I'm half tempted to load another one on the other machine so we can actually get it done. You guys are seeing the process on this one. So now we need that top fabric. Now we need the top fabric. Scissors, scissors. How do I lose scissors on my sewing table, guys? I don't know how I lose scissors sitting there on my sewing table. It's because there's a mess. That's why I've got to do my spring cleaning today. Because of my mess I've got going. My mess I have going, guys. Okay, so we want to make sure, so that is that way. So we want to make sure that we have the trees the right way up. You down. So now it's going to stitch the fabric down. And as you can see, it's going to stitch right next right next to where that batting's at. And that's why when we actually are, gets messy. So isn't it crazy how fast it becomes a complete mess? I told my husband this morning, I was like, I'm going to clean. As long as I have my luminaire, I didn't know that. I learned something. Hey, awesome, Sharon. Awesome. I'm glad I can share. You know, that's why I do this, is so you guys can learn things and so I can learn things from you guys. So oh, Fran, hold on, I'll show you what we're making. Actually, I have it on my phone. Hold on. I have it on my phone. Because I sent it to Miss Cynthia last night. That is what we are doing. I'm trying not to get in trouble here, guys. Trying not to get in trouble. Okay, so now it looks like we need to do the quilting, and I'm thinking we don't want to do the quilting in black. Thinking we do not want to do that quilting in black. Oh, dog. You're killing me. I'm thinking white. Guys. I'm going to move you guys over. And I'm going to do not. My camera is playing havoc. Sorry, guys. Stay there. Sorry, I took you for a roller coaster ride. I apologize. Hold on, I got to get the white thread and get this from the dog. Dude, that is not a toy to chew on. No. You've got chew toys. Look, there is a chew toy. Play with that. You got a whole thing of chew toys right here. Look, whole thing. Chew on all those. You can chew on that. Okay. So we're going to get that. Move that over here. So thinking we're going to embroider it in white. So I just use embroidery thread. I just use my embroidery thread on there, and it's Floriani. I like Floriani. There's some other ones out there that are really good too. I have some King Tut that I got the other day. I've yet to use. Oh, I wonder, guys, where's it at? Should we try the King Tut? We could try the King Tut. I think it's, well, this is Superior Threads. It's not King Tut. I was looking at the King Tut, but it's variegated white and black. Shall we try this one? Because we could try and quilt it in that instead of the white. What do you think? Or should we just do white? I'm going to let you guys choose. What do you think? This one? I'm thinking we'll do this one. We'll do that one because I think it'll be cool. Let's pull you back out of there. Sorry. Ha. Just joking. You don't get to go on there. Just joking. So we're going to go black and white. Well, it's like variegated. So it goes from black to gray to, it just goes all the way to white and then back over to black. So I think you're right. I think it's a bit pretty. Pretty. This is just something fun. Right? I love the right, Ari? I'm telling you, once you start using variegated thread, you're like, oh my gosh, how do I highlight the name of who I'm replying to? Fran. I don't know. @ put an @ Fran. If you type an @ and then type their name, it should pull up. You know what? I'm going to clean my other machine off and start stitching on it. That way we can actually get this done. So hold on a minute. I'm going to actually send the designs. I'm going to move out of the camera mode and send these designs to this other machine. Otherwise, if I don't do that, we are not going to be able to fix it. turn the other machine on. Because I think if we do that, move out of the way. Move out of the way, yeah. Good morning, guys. Don't forget your coffee, too. Don't forget your coffee. Didn't work, Fran? Yeah, because I think if you, I don't know, guys, how do you comment with them? Can you hold down on their name and reply? She's trying to reply over here. Fran, what you might do is just type Sharon. If you're trying to talk to Sharon, you can type Sharon. I'm sure she'll get it. Huh, weird. Weird. Okay, so now what it's doing is now it's going to do the bare applique. So I'm going to take this off here. So I have a couple options. So we got to remember that we're using this for the quilting. Using that for the quilting because I'll have to use that for the quilting on both sides here. But I had an idea. Where are you at here? Where are you at? Oh. Because I thought about doing a brown felt because I have all this felt here. So I'm thinking we're going to do a brown felt there. So we're going to put that felt in the middle. I'm going to stitch that out. Oh, ha, that was a bad one on mine. You took the thread out of your knucklehead. Ha ha. Oh, I need to go up one, not brown. We're going brown. We're going to go, thinking we'll do that color brown. They have colors on the design for you to use, but it's your choice. It is totally your choice what you want to do. You don't have to do what they want you to do. So, and it doesn't call for felt either. I'm just using felt, so. A white bear would be cool. A white bear would be cool. Maybe we'll do a white owl because there's an owl in the middle. You got a question? Hit me, Tracy. Hit me. Ask away. So I need to. So we're going to turn this away. Then we're going to trim this out of here. I usually take it over to the cutting board to trim this, but I'm trying to make it where you guys can see. And as you can see, I hold up the fabric as I'm trimming. If I'm making a puff quilt, what size do I need for the back? 1 inch or 1/2 inch? What size do I need for the back? 1 inch or half? What size square are you using? Because you're going to have to go up. So like say you're using a 5-inch square. You want a 5-inch square. I think you would use, personally, I would go up 1 inch. I would go up 1 inch on the one on the back. So 1/2 inch, 6 by 6. So if you're using a 6-inch square, well, you could do a half inch. A half inch is pretty good, but I mean, I'd go 7 inches. So I'd go a 7-inch on the back and a 6-inch on the front. That gives you enough to be able to get, or actually you'd go the other way. You do the 7-inch on the front and the 6-inch on the back, because your front one's gonna be the one that's gonna have a thicker or a bigger area. Depends on how big of a puff you want too. If you just want a smaller puff, you could use the half inch. So. But you do the bigger square on the front and then the smaller square on the back. I've only done one puff quilt, and that was, holy cow. I made it for my granddaughter. Shout out to all y'all making puff quilts is all I got to say. Shout out to all y'all making puff quilts, because I will not make another one. That one was a holy cow. It was not easy. Well, and especially in the camper, it was not easy to do, I'll tell you. Okay, so all the stuff is in your, yes, everything I have is, everything you see here is replayed on YT. Everything you see here is replayed on YT. And that was just my personal opinion on the puff quilt. It was not easy. Let's put it that way. It was hard trying to stitch, because you're stitching in the ditch, trying to keep it. I don't know. It was just, yeah, wasn't my favorite thing to do. Let's put it that way. Was not my favorite thing to do. But that's just me. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean somebody else doesn't like it. So there's people out there, they're like, they love doing puff quilts, but they said, I'm all for easy, y'all. I am all for easy. Doom, doom. I like to do felt because it's like fuzzy. This isn't a real fuzzy felt, but it's kind of a cool felt anyways. And it makes it look cool. Just as a reminder, make sure you hold your arm when you push your hoop back on, because if that arm moves, it ends up messing with your what do you call it? Your alignment of where the design's at. So make sure you keep that on there. So okay, I'm going to send another file over to this other embroidery machine, y'all. That way maybe we'll be able to come this way. That way you guys can see. I'm going to change this machine. Okay, so now, oh, it looks like we need that top stitch. I thought we were going to do that stitch, but no, it's the top one. You know what? I think we're going to use that black and white variegated, because I think that'll be cool. I think that'll be cool on here, because what it's doing like little darts all the way across. And with those little darts all the way across, if I use that variegated thread on this one, I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be cool. So how long did it take you to do the puff quilt? Tracy, So probably a month. It probably took me a month. You got to realize I'm a director of IT. I run an IT department. So my sewing time is in the morning. So probably 15 hours, 15 to 20 hours probably. Because trying to get all those, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, this wasn't my favorite thing to do. Just was not my favorite thing to do. Yeah, it is time consuming. And I think that's what it is. I think it was just time consuming. And with it being time consuming, I think that was my biggest thing. Okay. Oh, Shannon, I'll tell you, it's there. Sometimes you have these quilts out there that are like, okay, I can do these, and then you start working on it. And the bad thing is you start working on it, you want to finish it, and y'all, I'm one of those people that if I can't finish it in a day or two, I don't do it. I like to do it. Is yes, ma'am. Yes, Kate, it is. If you go to JJ and type placemat, you'll find it. But yeah, so it's one of those that's like, I like to be able to finish it in a day. I like to be able to finish it in a day or two. So you're welcome, Kate. You are very welcome. And it's a 5x7 or 6x10 hoop is the size that it says it'll fit. So. No. Okay, as that's going, I'm going to get another one started over here, guys. I'm going to get another one started over here. So I'm going to come over here. So I've got, so we did those two. Let's go ahead. I'm going to add a few more over here. So. That way we're able to actually finish this design. I think we'll be able to do it. I believe we'll be able to do it. So we're going to run two at the same time here, guys. I'm doing a design from Juju. Which one are you doing? I'm just doing the no-show mesh. The no-show mesh stabilizer. Time consuming, didn't enjoy it. Fran, I'm telling you, it turned out really cool. The calendar, awesome. It turned out really cool, but I don't know. It just took up a lot of time. And like I said, I don't have a lot of time. I like to be able to do things that that I can finish fairly quickly, because with my job and everything, I don't have time to, this is saying red. Actually, red might make it pop. Red might make it pop. I like to do things that are, that I'm able to complete. If I'm able to complete it in my 2-hour live with y'all, good morning, Dee. If I'm able to complete it in my 2-hour live with y'all, that makes it awesome. That makes it awesome. So, but at least if not completed, I can complete fairly quickly. So. So we're going to add red here. Good morning. Good morning, Deidre. How are you? Thanks for the follow, Tracy. Thank you for the follow. I said, anybody that's new to me this morning, I am on Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning, Mountain Standard Time. So we are on here sewing. We are usually doing a fun project. Maybe add your home block to this hoop. Oh, possibly. I don't know. We'll see how the other one stitches out. I've got 3 of them added to this other hoop in here. I've got 3 of them added. What did I do with the stabilizer? Or there it is. I've got 3 added to this other one, so we'll be able to add on this one. You're a mess, dude. You are a mess. My red quit. My red quit. I think it sounds like the bobbin. Oh, stop. Oh, hello. I'll check the bobbin just to make sure. Yep. It's stuck. It is stuck. So that one, we're going to pop up. They tell you not to do that. So that's what happens. Sometimes, guys, welcome to embroidery. Welcome to embroidery. But it happens. It is a luminaire too. It is a luminaire too. Man, I need to clean my machine now. I need to clean my machine. So as a reminder, when you're putting this in there, you have a little tab. Dude, stop. No. So you have a little tab on here. I have a puppy, guys. Sorry. And you got blocked off. Sorry about that, guys. So needless to say, we have a little tab on here. So we want to make sure that when you add it in there, it comes here and it doesn't turn past that. You'll see it. It'll grab right there. So you want to make sure that you grab it right there. So we're going to put this back in there. There we go. And then you'll put your bobbin thread back in there. Part of doing embroideries, guys, you're going to get it bunching depending on if it ends up messing up on the thread up top. I'm going to put it in the back one just to make sure. Because what happened is it came unthreaded up top and then didn't work out very well. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, guys. Okay, so we're going to put him, we're putting him back in there. And we're going to back the stitch up. We're going to back that stitch up. And I'm going to show y'all how. Let me look at the bottom of this. Make sure. Sometimes you want to make sure on the bottom, if it's like bunched right there, that's where you want to take and trim that off. You want to trim that off because that can mess up your stitching. So that can mess up your stitching. So if you ever have it bunch up in the, good morning, Miss Amy. If you ever have it like bunch up in there in the bobbin and stuff, make sure you check the back side of there before you put it back on. Make sure you check that back side. So, okay. So we're going to turn this back over. And remember, hold that in there. And then let me show you guys. We're going to come back over here. You guys can see. And so on this screen, you hit that you hit the mus. You hit the minus and plus sign. And then we go back a few stitches because we want to go back. Okay, that's too far because that's where it ended. It ended okay. So we're going to go up and then it starts right there. So we want it to start right there. So quit. I have a 6 needle and a stellar, not comfortable using the variegated thread. Fran, I love variegated. The variegated is just too much fun. Too much fun on there. So that happened to you. Yeah, it happens. It totally happens. So like I said, I've been embroidering years and y'all, that happens to me quite often sometimes. Let that go. Hold on, I'm going to get this other one going here. Okay, so now it's going to do that satin stitch around the bear. Now it's going to do the satin stitch around the bear. I thought I was going to do the satin stitch first, but no, it goes and does the other one first. Hey, you know, Barb, we make errors all the time. As you can see, I've been embroidering for years, and y'all, I still have issues. I still have issues. Try and rearrange today to give myself more room. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but I'm going to try. I don't know if it's possible. It might be possible. I'm loading white thread. I mean, not white thread, white fabric for the other, because on the thing it has white fabric for the other squares. So I'm loading. What is the difference between variegated thread and regular embroidered thread? So variegated thread, I'll show you. So let's do this. I'm going to do this. So question over on TT, over on YT, they're asking what the difference between variegated and regular thread. So variegated thread, as you see, it goes to different colors. It goes to different colors. Regular thread. So that is the difference. Your variegated thread means it goes to different colors. So variegated thread, regular thread. So same stuff. It's just the variegated goes to different colors. So it gives it a different characteristic. Gives it a different characteristic on there. Yeah, it's just, variegated thread is fun. It's very nice to meet all you guys. Yeah, we have a fun morning crew. We have a fun morning crew on here. So, no, go play with your toys. I'm gonna roar you. I'm gonna roar you. Look who's saying morning, guys. He's like, I want to play. I want to play. I want to play. Hey, I want to play. I want to play. Go play with your toys. No, go play with your toys. Thank you. Thank you very much. I usually sew all night, so barely get to come in. Well, I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you coming in. I am a morning person. Y'all, 7:30, 8 o'clock hits, I'm in bed. Of course, I get up so early, so. Thank you very much, Irie. You are awesome. Thank you. That one, hold on, this one's. Again. Fixing to be to a satin stitch over here on this other one. So as soon as this one finishes, I'll share what we got going over here. But I'm trying to do 2 at the same time. So I've got 3 loaded into this one over here. And the 3 on this one says 43 minutes. So like I said, it's kind of time consuming. Okay. So now looks like we're to the next one. We are to the next one. So we're going to run this stitch. So the bear is done. Now we're going to do the elk. Thank y'all for hanging out this morning. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. We're multitasking, guys. We are multitasking. No. So now we need a piece of batting. So we're going to stitch down the batting. No. I'm going to treat the website you sent me for the thread where I put my payment. Which one did I send you, Taylor? Taylor, you're going to have to remind me. And Miss Angela, my thoughts are with you. You're very welcome, sweetie. That one there. I think it's going to be pretty. Thinking this is going to be pretty here, guys. Oh, Sewing Machine Plus. I order for them quite often. Is it not giving you an option? Thank you for the follow, Laura. Thank you, thank you. If anybody's just joining, it's not even giving me. That is weird, Taylor. That is my other one's following me. Hold on, I gotta make sure. Quit following me. Hand gestures. It's AI. It's not even giving you the option. Yeah, because I've ordered from them quite often. I've never had an issue. Now it's doing. Yeah, I think we're going to do that in variegated. Thinking we're going to do that in variegated because now it's going to do the outline of the trees and stuff. We're going to continue on this variegated thing, guys. What color do we do the moose? What color do we do the moose, guys? Give me a color for the moose. We did a brown bear. What color moose? Yeah, Barb, they are awesome. I actually went and took a long arm quilting class with them so my husband could learn how to long arm. And y'all, I have never had issue with them. So definitely highly recommend them. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate it. Y'all, what color moose? I need a color for the moose. Give me a color for the moose, guys. I can pretty much do any color. Gray. Good morning. You're thinking gray? Okay. Let us see. I have 3 different colors. Hold on. Let's see. Because I have 3 different colors here. So I have, so what color are moose or brown? Moose or brown. So I have a light gray. I have a puzzle. Hold on, let me put the puzzle in there. Okay. So I have a light gray. I have a dark gray, which I'm thinking, you're right. I think the dark gray. I'm thinking the darker. Okay. We're going to go with the darker one. We'll go with the darker one. We will go with the darker one. So let's go ahead and stitch him out so I know exactly where to put him. Do we want to use gray for the satin stitch around him? What color do we use for the satin stitch? What are you thinking for the satin? I'm hoping this is big enough. If not, do I have a dark gray here? No, I've got like a tan. Oh wait, I do have a dark gray. Okay. Just making sure. Yes, do dark gray backing and then dark brown thread. Okay. You like green. Ooh, green would be cool. Green would be cool. think that we're gonna see. We're gonna see if this is gonna be big enough. Are you going to be big enough, or am I gonna have? Oh, it is gonna be big enough. It is going to be big enough. Okay, so we're gonna stitch him down. So we're gonna stitch him down, and then we'll trim around him. Oh, the variegated, y'all. The variegated is awesome. I love the variegated thread. If you haven't had fun with variegated, what am I doing? So I'm sewing. So it's an applique. So you add, so like, I'll show you here in a minute. We have the bear up top that we did with the brown. And then we've now added, this mousse is dark gray, but I need a color for the applique around it. I need a color for the applique, variegated black, gray, and white. I mean, we could totally do the variegated thread around him. We could totally do that variegated thread around him. And that actually might look cool. That actually might look cool. You never did applique? Barb, y'all. This is like a total game changer. It is so much fun. So much fun on here. Hold on, I gotta change the thread color back here. Change the thread color back here, and it's 20. Hold on, guys, I gotta thread this machine right quick. And I'll be back. Okay, so let that one go. Okay, so pull it off there. Okay, so as you can see, we have the bear that we did the applique on the top. Now we have this mousse, and y'all, we could literally. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's fun. So when you're holding it, these scissors are a game changer. If you don't have these scissors, I mean, it doesn't have to. You don't have to have those scissors, but it makes it easier when you're trimming around the design. So when you're trimming around that design, and Juju has some really cool ones. Juju has some really cool designs. So it stitches it down, and then once it stitches it down, you go trim around it. Of course, those horns may be fun. The horns may be fun. What do you guys think if we do the black and white variegated as his satin stitch? I don't know why, but I'm thinking that's a good choice. Okay. All right. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to do that black and white variegated. It's a pain trimming it around, but once you get it all trimmed and it starts stitching, oh my gosh, it's so cool. It is so cool, especially Juju designs. Juju designs are just phenomenal. They do really good with their digitizing of their designs. I don't think I've ever had an issue with any of their designs. Trim away. Trim away. This one has a large satin stitch, which is cool. Some of them that'll do the applique has a very narrow satin stitch around the applique. I like a bigger one. I like the bigger satin stitch. I don't like the narrow satin stitch because it gives you room for mistakes, because I am far from perfect, y'all. I am far from perfect. So needless to say, with that bigger satin stitch, you're able to kind of mess up on the trimming some. Kind of mess up on that trimming some, and it's still be okay. So, okay. So we've got that all trimmed. So as you see, it's all trimmed off there. So now what we'll do is we'll run that satin stitch. I'm excited because this one's going to be cool. So we're going to use, what are you whining for? You ain't got nothing to whine for. So this is flannel. That is flannel fabric. So, but you can use whatever you want. I like the flannel though. I just finished the January mini quilt from Juju. Awesome. Terry, you send me a message. I would love to see it. I love the finished stitch. Juju sometimes uses a satin and straight stitch through the, oh yeah, absolutely, April. Yeah, I'm loving how that does it. It's like a finishing, you add that different color and it's like a finishing stitch on there. So just a finishing stitch. So what it'll do is a satin stitch. If you guys have never seen the satin stitch, and do the animals with any fabric. Absolutely, Barb. Absolutely. So this is what do you call it? Felt. I'm actually using felt. I'm using felt for the animals. So you can use whatever you want for the animals. You could use fleece, you could use felt, you could use flannel, you can use cotton. It's all up to you. You could use pleather, whatever. So whatever you want. Yeah, oh yeah, it's fun. It is so much fun. So much fun. Let me get this other one going. So what do you do? Sorry, guys. I'll get you. Hold on. I'm trying to run this or thread this machine, and it's playing havoc with me here. There it goes. There it goes. What I get for trying to do two at one time. Do two at one time, and yeah. Yeah, Kimberbell's is cool. If you want to do some fun applique, Kimberbell's awesome. It is awesome on Kimberbell. So. So I think the next two we're going to do is the owl and the footprint, because I have 3 other ones going on the other one. So the joys of being able to do more than one at a time. So. Thank y'all for joining this morning. If anybody's just joining, we are doing the Placemat by Juju. I did the Hello Sunshine. I did the Hello Sunshine, which took me months, but it hanging on my family's room as a decor, and it makes me happy. Oh, how cool is that, April? Yeah, Fran, that is true. That is very true. That's the nice thing about Juju. Juju, Urban Threads, even E. There's some good design. You got to be careful on E because some of them are not very nice. Creative Kiwi. If you've not tried Creative Kiwi, guys, check out Creative Kiwi. There's some really cool designs on there. You're not seeing all comments, Amy. Amy, so I'm reading off the YT page also. I'm reading off the YT because I've got both of y'all going at the same time. OESD too, right, Abby? Absolutely. You only buy Kimberbell if it's on sale, right, April? Yeah. I'm going to come this way instead of knocking you guys off this time. I don't want to knock you off. That's the bad thing. You know, you get to use an embroidery file and, yo, you can go down a wormhole because, and they are very pricey. They can be very pricey. I love Embroidery Library too. Embroidery Library. If you've not tried Embroidery Library, check them out because a lot of times they have some pretty good sales too. So a lot of times they'll have some good sales. Yeah, I'm thinking the variegated is cool. I'm thinking the variegated's cool. And as you see, it's a really thick satin stitch. It's not a narrow one. It's a pretty thick satin. Which ones is that, Cynthia? Which ones has the free ones? Thank y'all for tapping. Oh my gosh, y'all, we're at 73K today. How the hey did we get to 73K taps? Holy cow. I don't think I've been there in a long time. Let's reach 100K. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. You guys are just phenomenal. Master tappers, you are, Miss Cynthia. Master tappers. We are embroidering a placemat. We're embroidering a placemat. So the next two designs, like I said, we're going to do is an owl and a paw print. I think we're going to be able to get them done. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, Lynn? I think the variegated came out cool. I'm working on another one back here, guys. Bookmarks today. Bookmarks sounds fun. It could be the thread. It could be that it needs clean. A lot of times it needs cleaned under that bobbin casing. Yeah, they do take a long time. Panasonic, if you go to and search wireless or cordless iron, you should be able to find it. If not, let me know. I'll send you send me a message and I'll send you the information on it. It says to rethread it every time it just. Yeah, I would take, I don't know if you've seen me here a few minutes ago. I actually popped the presser plate off, pulled out the bobbin casing. Underneath that bobbin casing, if it gets gunk under that bobbin casing, it'll end up jamming. It'll be a madness there. So, and anybody joining, this design is by Juju. So, they have different colors and stuff. Just because the color it says it should be, it doesn't mean you have to be doing that one. So, good morning, Miss Cindy. How are you? And sorry if I missed your guys' comments. Sorry if I missed your guys' comments there. We're at 84K. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe we're going to reach 100K today. I don't even remember the last time we reached 100K, y'all. Oh, thank you. You are awesome. I appreciate all the taps, y'all. I appreciate all the taps, all the shares, all the likes. Okay, these two are done. Let's check these out. What do we think, guys? What do we think? I think these two came out cool. So let's go ahead, and you're usually busy. You're, Barb, so away. I don't mind. You don't have to tap. Right? So let's go ahead and do the next ones. Let's go ahead and hoop the next ones here. Right? Okay, so the next one we're going to hoop is the owl and the paw print. So we're going to do the owl. These are cute, guys. Cute. Applique. Applique is fun, y'all. I love doing the applique. Nope. This is not for you. He's like, I'll play. Hold on a minute. I'm going to hoop the stabilizer right quick. Oh, and you're telling me I have just enough. On those magnetic hoops, when you hoop that stabilizer, you're able to pull the stabilizer tight. That way it's tight in there. And I'll show you guys again how we can hoop two designs in one. Okay. I'm going to have to down the sweatshirt. It's like it gets warm. Hot flashes, y'all. Hot flashes. Okay. It's like when I get busy doing things, I'm like, okay, it's warm. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'll show you guys, I love my magnetic, but my fingers, oh my, yeah, Barb, it's kind of hard. They have, what are you talking about when, oh, Mark, it's over on TT. So yeah, the hot flashes are not fun. Y'all. It's like 20 here in South Georgia. Oh, wow. I think it's in the 40s here. I think that's what Lisa was saying earlier, right? I think that's what you were saying. Okay. So now you've finished this design. We want to go back. So you hit return, and we're going to delete and delete because we had two designs in there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add two more designs back in there. So we're going to go into the pocket, and I sent them over by Wi-Fi. So I'm going to click on that Wi-Fi, and I'm going to scroll down here. So we did the bear and the moose last time. This time we're going to go ahead and do it. Like I said, I have three other ones loaded on the other machine. So we're going to add the owl, and we're going to say set, and I'm going to flip him. I'm going to edit, and I'm going to rotate him. I'm going to rotate to the left, and I'm going to grab him, and I'm going to pull him up. And then say okay, and we're going to add the other one on here. Go back in there to the pocket, hit that Wi-Fi again, scroll all the way to the bottom. So we added the owl. Let's go ahead and add that paw print. And we're going to hit set. So I'm going to take and I'm going to edit him, and I'm going to rotate, and it's only editing the one. So I'm going to grab him and I'm going to bring him down. And I think you're right. I may be able to add, because I don't think, let me see what I have out in this other one. I don't think I have that one. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So I'm going to go grab this. I'm going to move him up some. I'm going to grab him, move him up some. and say okay, and we're going to add, let's add another one. Let's add another one. Hit the Wi-Fi, scroll all the way up, because I have that one loaded on the other one. I've got that one loaded on the other one, that one loaded on the other one. Oh, I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to say set. We're going to see. I'm going to bring that up. Bring that up. Let's flip it. Edit. Rotate. Rotate. Oh, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think we may be okay. Open. Hoping we have enough. Let's try it. It says we're close. We're close. Yay! 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 It'll work, guys. It'll work. It's 24 degrees in Tennessee this morning. Wow. 24 degrees and temperature feels like 1. Y'all, I'm not even going outside. I don't even want to go outside because it's going to be cold. Okay, so first one we're doing owl. I was thinking white owl. What do you guys think? I was thinking about a white owl. What do you think? We good with white? Okay, white it is, y'all. White it is. Means I have the other machine going. We're going to be able to finish this. We are going to be able to finish this. I'm excited. I am excited. So we need to put a piece of batting down. I'm thinking if we cut that down, we could use it on the next one too. I think we could use that on the next one. This may go on my center of my, I have like a TV tray in between my husband and I's chair. And I think this might go on that. Okay. I'm kind of excited. If you like the white owl. Okay, let me, while it's stitching that, let me. I got flannel going on the other one over there. I don't think. But that's okay. It is okay. So it's going that way. So I want to go. I want to make sure that the trees are going the right way. Oh, we need to trim him. We need to trim him. It's like the white would be like a snow owl, right? The white would be like a snow owl. Snow owl. Snow owl. This way. So the reason we're trimming the batting is because that way it doesn't have a thick seam. Because we're going to stitch all these together on the regular sewing machine. So you create all the blocks within the hoop, and then you use the sewing machine and you stitch them together. We'll stitch all those together, y'all. Okay. Okay. So now, we want the trees up because he's going that way. So we want the trees. Make sure you look at the direction of your fabric when you're doing this. That way you know that it's actually, let's go that way. I'm just eyeballing this, guys. I am just eyeballing this, so. Stitch that down. Stitch that down. And we're using the variegated thread for the quilting. So we're using that variegated thread for the quilting, and then we'll do the outline of the owl, and we'll put in 100K. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have to say, I'm saying thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all, we hit 100K taps over here on YT. So I don't know if you guys can tap over on Y or yeah, I know. I'm excited. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you. You gotta say hi to him. He's cute. He is cute. Yes, I know. I'm like, gonna do a thing. Y'all, I am like, what do you call it? Lounging today. So I don't have like dressed up clothes or anything on today. So y'all get me lounging. Y'all get me lounging. You get lounging Carrie today. So no makeup, no nothing. So you got to do that every once in a while. You have to do that every once in a while. So thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, guys. And again, if you guys are new on here, Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning, we have fun doing sewing projects, and y'all get to choose the project. Y'all get to choose the project. Thank you, Miss Cynthia. You were awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Anyways, we're going to continue on this. We're going to finish this placemat today because I'm not on a time frame. I am not on a time frame, so we're finishing it. We are finishing it. So thank you for the roses. Thank you for the roses. You were awesome. I am off work today, so I get to work on a quilt I've cut out. Awesome, April. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I've got 2 quilts that I'm going to work on. I've got the American flag quilt that I'm going to work on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have the American flag quilt that I'm going to work on, and I have a baby quilt that I'm going to work on. I'm going to organize first. So I may call my friend Lisa and be like, help me organize. I call Miss Lisa sometimes, and I'm always telling her, I was like, thanks for helping me do laundry. Thanks for helping me clean. She talks to me while I'm cleaning or doing laundry or something. I don't know. For some reason or another, that helps me. Anybody else have that? So anyways, we're going to come back over here. We're going to keep going. So it's quilting that out. I'm going to keep going over here. Y'all, I'm excited because we're going to finish. Oh my gosh, y'all just made my day. 100K. I cannot believe that. Y'all just literally made my day. That means it's going to be a great day. It does make it go by faster, Shannon. I don't know what it is. It's just like, you know, when you're sitting there talking to a friend, you're like, hey, you know, sitting there talking, and you're not even paying attention to what you're doing. So either that or a book, y'all. Listen to a book while you're cleaning. Listen to a book while you're cleaning. So I see you, Tweety. Get down. Okay, so Al. So I do not have any white felt, so I am going to use white flannel, guys, because flannel is what I'm using over here, and I think I'm going to double it. Because I think if I double it, you won't be able to see, because otherwise you'll be able to see through it. So I want it a little thicker. So we're gonna use a white flannel. I'm almost about to finish my puff. Oh, how awesome! Send me a picture. I'd love to see it. I would love to see your puff quilt. Like I said, I've done one puff quilt. Not a fan, but that's just my personal preference. But I think they look phenomenal. Behooves to y'all that do puff quilts. Behooves to y'all. You're not eating my sweatshirt. No, that is my sweatshirt. No. He said behooves to you. You can send it on TT. You can send it on TT. You're able to send photos now. Let me give you a follow so you can send it to me. Hold on. I'm already following you. So yeah, send it. You can send it on TT. I'm going to stitch that down again. That way it double stitch. When you're actually trimming your applique, yeah, I already followed you. So yeah, send me, you should be able to message me, no issue. I need to change that color thread. Y'all, it's gonna be a good day. It is gonna be, and y'all just keep tapping. Y'all just keep tapping. You were awesome. You were awesome. Okay, stay out of there. Go play with your toys. Okay, so now we're gonna trim this, and then we will do, and then it's asking for the green. Then it's asking for the green, so we'll trim this off here. They say you can use whatever you want. You know, as we were using felt before, now I've added flannel, and like I said, I did 2 layers of flannel. I did 2 layers of that flannel. Ouch! Let's poke myself in the hand. 2 layers of the flannel. That way you can't see through it. I mean, usually your flannel's fairly thick, but I just want to make sure. And also to give it kind of a, what do they call it? Trompundo look? Trompundo? I don't know. I don't know what they call it. Something. Something. What color applique guys? What color of the applique do we need? I need a color for the applique. I don't know why, but red's calling my name. I don't know why. Maybe not red, though. I don't know. I could just do a black. I could do a black. Not variegated. I don't know. Tell me what you think, guys. You guys get to choose. Silver, gray. Silver would be cool. Silver would be cool. I missed a section right there. Red would be pretty, or blue. Ooh, blue would be pretty. Silver. Seems like we've got quite a few silvers going here. I have some other colors of variegated. We need green for the trees. Hold on. Green for the trees. Looks like it's going to be in about, it says 58 minutes to stitch all these out. So y'all are going to have to hang out with me for another hour. What applique are you putting on? On the owl. On the owl. It's going to go on the owl. So, but we have an option. I have some really pretty. What if we did this, guys? What if we did this one? What do you guys think about that? Because it's got like purples, blues, whites, brown. We could do brown. We could totally do brown too. Let me know what you guys think on this one. We could do, this one would be pretty. Okay, so this one actually has, like green, brown, white. I'm thinking between these two. So do we go green or do we go purple? Do we go green or purple? Which one, guys? Green or purple? Purple, purple. Okay, we're going purple. We've got 3 purples. We're going purple, guys. We are going purple. Purple it is. Purple it is. Maybe we'll do the green one on the paw print. Maybe we'll do the green one on the paw print. This is going to be pretty, guys. This is going to be pretty. Thank you guys for hanging out today. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. He said we got about 50 more minutes. 50 more minutes and this is going to be finished. We got 2 of the blocks done. Looks like that is black. I have other ones going on the other one, but they're not as exciting as the animals. So I'm running those on the other machine. That way we can get these done. Otherwise, it's going to be like 4 hours to get it all done. But means we're able to do them all together. It works out okay. It works out okay. And I was doing is adding the outline to the leaves there. Adding the outline to the leaves. So we'll do that one final leaf and then we'll move to the brown color and then it'll start the satin stitch around the owl. It'll start that satin stitch around that owl. So I think that's going to be cool. And I'm really excited to see what the purple does. I think you're right. I think it's going to give it a good contrast. So kind of excited on that one. Excited on that one. So now it needs brown. Now it needs the brown, so it'll do that tree limb. Once it gets done doing that tree limb, they do. Fundraiser. I love Juju. I love Juju. I'd say I do a lot of my own designs, but when I don't have time, I like to go support everybody else. I like to support everybody else, so. So I'll add this one. Good morning. He is doing good. He is doing good. He's over there chewing, so I'm going to leave him chewing. I'm about done with these other three over here. As soon as this one gets done stitching, I'll show you the other three, because he said all we have left is these. All we have left is these after this one gets done. So this one only has about 15 more minutes over here. Right? Yeah, the thread. I told my husband about that, and I'm like, hey, guess what? He took off with the bobbin. He took off with the bobbin. Say good morning. Say good morning. Say good morning. Good morning. You say good morning? Here. Say good morning. Say good morning. Good morning. Okay, so now we're going to add that purple variegated, y'all. We're going purple. Kind of excited. Isn't he cute? He's just darling. Just darling. Okay, we're going to leave this up there. Kind of interested to see what this turns out like. Kind of interested. It's definitely going to make it pop. Definitely going to make it pop. It's going to give it a contrast. Thank y'all for hanging out. Oh my gosh, y'all are almost at 125K this morning. This is crazy. You guys are awesome. Good morning, Renee. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. I have the 2 bloodhound dogs, each weigh about 160. Holy cow! I know, isn't this crazy? Oh my gosh, Rock Mom, I am so excited. You guys are awesome this morning. You guys just keep tapping. I am so excited. I am excited. Thank you guys for doing that. I appreciate it. I appreciate you hanging out. Anybody that's just joining, we are in the process of making a placemat. Let me show you. So we have this one that we did this morning. This one is already stitched out. So he is already stitched out. Then we have this one that is already stitched out. And we are now working on the owl and a paw print. So, and then I have the other ones over here. If you want to know what the design is, go to Juju and search Placemat. Search Placemat. You should be able to see these. So, like I said, I'm doing a little different, not exactly as it says to do on those. Right? It's not cool. Not exactly right there, but it'll still it's still gonna be cool. I think it's still gonna be cool, guys. Hey, all right, Pamela. Yeah, absolutely. Ask all the questions you want too, guys. Ask all the questions you want. I am an open book, y'all. I am an open book. So I love Juju. If you haven't checked them out, check them out. They are awesome. It's a Pomsky, Pomski, half Pomeranian, half Husky. He's not going to be very big either. What I can see, that purple is so pretty, right? It's turning out gorgeous, right? I think the purple was a good choice. I think the purple was a good choice. I used to have both those breeds, and they have a lot of hair. Yes, so his brother is 3 times the size of him, and it has all the hair. This one is got the shorter hair, so, but I think he's still going to have a lot of hair, so, but that's okay. I took him to the vet this weekend, and they said that he was doing awesome, so I'm glad to hear. Yeah, this one, my son has husky, and Miss Lisa has a husky too, and they're escape artists also. They are escape artists, so I know Miss Lisa has that issue. My son had that issue with his. Oh my gosh. That's just crazy, Pamela. That is crazy. Yeah, I understand that, Pamela. I do have two machines going at one time, Bird. I do have two machines going at one time because I'm trying to get this so we can do it all this morning. So I've got 3 other designs going on that one. And I'll show those to you as soon as they get done stitching. So I wanted to make sure that we were able to finish this morning. So this one has about 40 minutes. This one has 40 minutes because it'll do the paw print next and then the home and that other one on there. So thank y'all for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. Ooh, that's stitched out pretty, guys. That's stitched out pretty. Hold on, I'll show you. We'll unhoop it and I'll show you before we start that next one. Okay, guys. Purple was a good choice. I think purple was a good choice. You're very welcome. You are very welcome. Okay, so now we're going to move to the paw print. We are going to move to that paw print, y'all. We're going to stitch this around. Right? Is it not gorgeous? Yeah, I think I'm kind of liking how it's turning out. Kind of liking how it's turning out here, y'all. I'm going to take that back. So now we're going to put that piece of batting down. Well, April, yes, thank you. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you hanging out while you're sewing. It's always fun, right? It is always fun. It's like you're having fun sewing with your friends. It's like having fun sewing with your friends. Y'all, we're 137K taps. 137K taps. That is awesome. And we still have about, I don't know, about 30 more minutes, 35 more minutes. Well, probably an hour because we're going to have to stitch it all together. We're going to have to get it all stitched together. So. So now we'll take it out and we're going to trim that batting around. Trim that. I have this taped back. That way it didn't stitch on there. As you can see, I hold up the piece of fabric that I'm trimming. It kind of makes it easier to trim it, and it gets it where you can trim closer to it also. You don't want to trim the stitch. You don't want to trim the stitch that you're doing. The curved scissors helps. The curve, especially when you're trimming around fabric. Okay, so now we need. So this one is up that way. Let's see if this is. I'm going to change that thread because it's going to do, I'm going to go to that black variegated. Where'd my black variegated go? There you are. How do you lose things in a sewing room when you just had them? How is that possible? I am going later today. I don't have to work today, so I figured I'll go ahead and finish this design out. So we'll finish this design out. That way everybody can see it. Being I'm off work today, so. And then I'm going to clean. And then I have a couple things I got to work on. So. Okay, so now we're going to do the quilting. Hey, Suzanne, how are you? Are you going to go to the quilt show at the end of the... Shannon, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. What kind of thumbs drives do you recommend for downloading embroidery designs on? So, Sharon, any of your thumb drives work. I got multiples. But make sure that that's not the only place. That you save them to, please. I would recommend not anything over 2 gigs though, because y'all, your embroidery designs are only big. So, hey Christy, how are you? So we are working on a placemat today. We're running late. We're going over today because number 1, I don't have to work. Number 2, I want y'all to see this finished. So doing good. Awesome. That one's on the last stitch on that one. Why do you stitch on stabilizer? Then backing could be used for both at one time. It could, but I float my fabric. So if I had to, I'd have to use like a smaller hoop on there. So oh, what color did we decide on the paw print? Do we want brown? Or no, we have a white, we have a gray, we have a brown. What other color do we want? Let me see. I'm almost thinking. Oh, I'm sorry. What if we did a burgundy? Because we could do the burgundy and then do the green variegated. What do you think about this one? Give me a pop-up. Okay. We're going to go with that one. Now this is going to be fun to trim out. Oh my gosh. Some of these, we are doing a placemat. We're doing a placemat. If you, Kara, can you explain using a brand new thumb drive for the first time? Oh, yeah, absolutely. So the majority, or I'd say 9 times out of 10, your thumb drives, your software, you save your design. So your brothers use PES. Your depending on what kind of machine you have, but you take that design file that you download, and you can just take and copy and paste it onto the thumb drive. You don't have to configure it or anything. Your machine will actually do it for you. So there's really no configuring on it. So back in the day, you actually had to configure it. You had to configure the thumb drives. But from what I've seen on all of them anymore, you don't have to do any configuring on them. So you just take in the designs that you've downloaded. You just make sure that you grab the PES design. 100. Oh my gosh, y'all are awesome. Oh my God, I cannot believe we've hit 150K taps today. That is crazy. That's gonna get me to 10K. Y'all, my goal is to hit 10K. My goal is to hit 10K followers, and you guys are helping me get there. You guys are helping me get there. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you. So we're going to trim around this. Are you guys good with that green variegated that I had for this one? Because we used the purple one on the other one. Thank you. Yummy donuts. Yummy donuts. Coffee and donuts. Coffee and donuts is yummy. Okay, green. Okay. We're going to do the green. This one's going to be fun because guess what, guys? Those other ones are done. We'll look at those as soon as we get this. This is going to be fun. When you have smaller places, that's where it gets fun, guys. Like, that's where these little curved scissors come into play. This is the last applique one though. The last applique, the other ones just get stitched out, so. Little corners. Laser, come here. Come on. Stay out of that chair. No, you stay out of that chair. You get into too many things. Trimming around paw prints, guys. Trimming around paw prints. The applique looks cool after the fact, but some of those itty bitty, kind of like that reverse applique you guys had me doing that one day with my sweatshirt, which I have to say that's my favorite sweatshirt now. I don't know. I guess it's enough. No, that's probably my favorite one. And say I like the hoodie we did too. Oh, y'all, we got to figure out that hoodie tomorrow. Anybody wants to join tomorrow? We're doing a quilted hoodie. I think you guys just like to throw me for a loop. Because tomorrow's going to throw me for a loop because I don't know how to do. I gotta search that up. Anybody has the pattern or how to do that, send it over to me because I'm going to be doing research today on how to do that. Because I have a hoodie that I'm going to cut up. Because what I thought about doing is just cutting up the hoodie I have and just adding it to that. So, which I think I may end up doing because. Okay. Y'all. Yes, same to you. Same to you. Okay, so we're put that in there, and I'm going to grab that green variegated. You need to take a nap there, puppy. Get at her. No. 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 You know you're not supposed to go in there. Okay, let me get that one started, and then I'll grab this other one because I said these three are done. So here is these three. These three got all stitched out. So, yeah, I know. He wants to help. He goes, I want to help. I want to play. I want to play. Right? They're coming out cool. They're coming out cool. So, watch out, dude. Watch out, dude. Okay, so let me trim these up. I'll trim these up and then I'll show you these. Right? Isn't it going to be cool? I'm excited. I'm excited. And thank y'all for hanging out, watching the process. I appreciate you hanging out and watching the process. So let me get this one trimmed and then we'll look at all the ones that we have completed so far. Because we're getting close, y'all. We're about 20 minutes out. 20 minutes out. Okay. So we have this one. We have this one completed. This one's turned out really pretty. Really pretty there. So then we have this one. Thank you for the heart me. You guys are awesome. 160K, y'all. We're at 160. Are we going to hit 200? Okay. I have to say, I have never hit 200K. I have literally never hit 200K. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Okay. So we've got that one. Then this one. Thank you for the gifts, y'all. Thanks for the gifts. You guys are awesome. Woo! Dude. We almost went flying. We almost went flying. So that one. Then we have the bear, which is awesome. Loving the bear. The moose. The moose is awesome. I don't know which is my favorite. I don't know. Then you have the owl. Then you have the paw print we're doing now. And then we got two more. We'll just have, and the other two are small. The other two are small. So, like I said, they're the smaller ones. So, this one's turning out cool too. And then once we get it all done, we're just going to sew them all together. We'll just get them all sewed together. I'm excited. Excited. Thank y'all. Look at that green. Can you guys see that green? It is stitching out. Let me see if I can. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit. Move it down. There. And here, I'm going to zoom you guys too. You think the owl is your favorite, April? Yeah, I kind of like the owl. I kind of like the owl too. But the paw print's looking pretty cool. The paw print is looking pretty cool, so. Thank you for the share. Thanks for the repost. You like the owl? I may have zoomed in too much. They're all so pretty. I said, if you haven't done applique, check out Juju, guys. Check out Juju. Good morning, Barb. Thank you, guys. It's going to finish this stitch, and then, like I said, we have two more. We got two more to do. I'm going to trim these up. I have an idea for stitching these together. I'm almost thinking we're going to go with that idea. I'm going to run it by you guys before we go that route. guys. Thank you. 168K, y'all. This is just crazy. Got two more toes to go. Oh, no need to apologize, Bev. We are working on a placemat. We are working on a placemat. So we have these two going here. Here, I'll just share. I just share because I like to share. So we have, I'm gonna back it up, son. We have the moose that we did. We have the bear. I am off today. It's a government holiday, so I am off today. Then we have the bear. Then we have this one. And we have this one. If you want to see the design is on Juju. Just search placemat. Just search placemat on there. So we've got those, and then we're going to finish these up, and then we'll be able to stitch them together. But my question is, guys, I'm going to show y'all. So I have an idea. And I'm going to see what your guys' thought is. Okay. So we're going to have a discussion for a minute. I'm going to unzoom you guys. Hold on. Let me unzoom you for a minute. We do not need to see Miss Carrie up that close. Stay there. Okay, and I'm going to unzoom you guys. Unzoom. Okay. So I have a question for you. So, because the way you're supposed to sew those together, sometimes the camera replays said, I'm lounging today, so no makeup, no nothing. I'm lounging today, so don't judge me. Okay, so the way you're supposed to sew these together is, so I'm going to show you how you're supposed to sew these together, because like these two are supposed to go together, okay? The way you're supposed to stitch this together is you would line up these seams like this. So we'd line those seams up. So you see we have the two of those lined up, and then you'd stitch them together. Can I ask what make your brother? So you would stitch these two together like this. So this is how you would stitch them together, okay? Let me give you my idea. Let's see. Oh, we need paw prints. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, well, thank you, Eliza. That's very sweet of you. So we need toes. We need claws. And they want them black. So let me add black on there. And then we'll continue our discussion, because I have an idea, and I'm thinking the idea will look cool, especially if I use this variegated thread, especially if I use the black variegated. But I want y'all's opinion, because you get to choose. I'm going to let y'all choose how we do it. Again, so the way it would work is you would actually line up those seams like this, stitch it across, and then you would open it up, okay? On that, my idea. So we're going to my abstract class that we're going to be doing. So I'll show you over here on my IT in a minute. So this right here, you put two raw seams together, and then you stitch down that line. So you put two raw seams together, and then you would just do a stitch down that line, okay? So this is what you would do. So two raw seams together, and you would stitch down that line. So what we would do, hey, Ree. So what we would do, instead of stitching it like that, good morning, Miss Kinsey. Love you. You're a sweetie. So what we would do, instead of taking like this and stitching and opening it up, what we would do is we would line it up. So I would trim this all the way to the seam line. Love you lots there, Miss Kinsey. So we would trim all the way to the seam line, push this together, and then do that double blanket stitch across there with the black and white variegated. So that's my idea on how we would do this. What is your, let me know what you guys think. I will do it what other way. Whatever the most votes is for this, you let me know, because that is how we're going to do it. So, right? And the nice thing is we will take and do the backing at the same time. So try it. Okay, Anna. So what I'm thinking is we take the backing, and I'm almost thinking of adding another layer of batting. Do we add another layer of batting? Because what we could do is we could take that backing, and then we layer another layer of the batting, and then we take and layer this on, and it quilts it and everything all at the same time, and then we can bind it. So I'm thinking I like that way. So as long as that way, okay, all you guys are liking this way. Okay, that's, you know, I like to think outside the box. So, okay, so that's what we're going to do. Because, y'all, I'm excited because I think it'll be cool. So we'll get it all trimmed up. Oh my gosh, these paw print, y'all. Hold on. As soon as I'm going to let this paw print finish stitching, and then I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to show y'all. This thing. So this is so cool. I'm excited. This is a fun project today. Let me pull it out of here. Y'all, check out the paw print. Awesome, Lori. Great. Awesome. If anybody's new on here, I do have a 2-day virtual retreat on Zoom that I'm doing in February. Anybody interested in the 2-day virtual retreat? It's going to be on Abstract. And the nice thing is it's going to be on Zoom, so I can see both sides. If you guys want to share your camera, you're welcome to share your camera. You don't have to. You do not have to. But if you want to share your side, I can give you pointers. I can help you out on your sewing machine. I can help you out on the project. So let me know if you want to join that. You're more than welcome to. So, okay. So let's go back over here. So we got 2 more to stitch out. It's going to be about 20 minutes. We only got 2 more to stitch out. And then, y'all, then we're going to start going on this one. We're going to start going on this. Y'all, we are at almost at 180K taps. I have literally never hit there. So the 6th and 7th the 6th and the 7th is the February 6th and 7th is the retreat. And it is recorded. If you're not able to be there for the whole thing, it is fine. It will be recorded. You will get a copy of the recording on Zoom. So, and it goes from 9 to 5. You had to give the finger a rest. You were out. You were awesome, Bev. You were awesome. You were totally cool. You came in at 75K. Y'all, this is crazy. I have never in my life hit this many likes. So I have to say a big shout out to all y'all. So fun. Okay, let's go back over here. Like I said, we're going to get this going here. We're going to finish these two here. The 6th and 7th, Bev, the February 6th and 7th. Like I said, if you're interested, let me know. Will you give us a list of what you need for the Anna? Yeah, once you sign up, I send you an email, and it's got a PDF of everything you'll need for the retreat. Like I said, there is so. And it's going to be fun. I'll show you guys an example here. Do you guys want to see an example of what you'll be making? I can show you an example of what you'll be making on the retreat. Because I think we have some new people in here that have not seen it, so I can show you an example of what you'll be doing. Just let me know if you want to see the example. Okay, so we need batting here. Thinking that'll work. So we're going to cut that one in half. Cut that one in half. So we're going to put that one there. Like so we only have two more to go here. I have, but if you don't have it, Cynthia, let me know. I can send it over to you. I can send, I sent somebody else's out again the other day, so I have no problem sending them out again if you don't have it, so. But yeah, once you sign up, I'll send you all the information you need. I'll send you all the information you need. Okay, I'll send it over to you, Cynthia. Text me so I'll remember, because I'll forget by the time we're done. I'll forget by the time we're done. So these are white. These ones are white. Somebody's dinging me. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, thank you. You got to remind me of these things, because sometimes my memory is not the best, y'all. My memory is not the best. No. Okay, looks like I need that black variegated. Need that black variegated in here. Once we get the one, because we home stitching, I'll show you guys an example of what we'll be doing on that 2-day retreat. That way you can see. If you like, if not, no biggie. Because we have this one to do, and then we have our next one. Then we have our next one to do, guys. Yeah, we're almost at 190. This is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm so excited. This is going to be, look at that. Isn't that cool? What's the best stabilizer to embroider on hand towels? Hand towels, I would use, for your hand towels, I would use wash away. I would use a wash away for your hand towels. Anna, did you sign up for the class or no, not yet? I can't remember everybody that signed up. We have a few people that have signed up, so. You are very welcome. You are very welcome. Because the nice thing about the wash away, because you put it on top. You put it on top when you're embroidering on it, because you want to make sure that you're not just embroidering right on top of the towel, because your stitches go away. Wash away on back and clear wash away on top. Okay, yeah, there you go. Like I said, we have a lot of people on here that help. As soon as it gets done with this stitch, it's saying red for the home. So I'll start that red. No, I can't find the... I'll send it over to you, Anna. Hold on, and I'll send it over to you. Because I can send it over to you right now. Okay. Take that one out of there. We're going to be using that one here in a minute. We're going to be using that one here in a minute. Oops. Clunk, clunk. Small spaces, y'all. Small spaces. Anybody that's new to me, I'm in a fifth wheel. So, really. Okay, so we're going to get that going. Okay, so let's move back over here. Move you guys up. Move you guys up. And then that way I can show you. It reminds me of tiny bubbles. Tiny bubbles. Hold on, let me grab that link. Hold on. $193. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. There you go, Miss Anna. Anybody over on YT, if you're interested in the 2-day virtual retreat, click on there. Click on there, and it'll take you right there to the sign up. So, okay. So, anybody interested in a 2-day virtual retreat, let me show you what we're looking at. I will show you what we're looking at, because that first day, and it's going to be on Zoom. The first day, what you're going to do is you're going to learn the process, and it goes 9 to 5 both days. It'll go 9 to 5 both days. So your first day, you're going to learn how to do a mug rug. You'll learn how to do a pot holder. You're going to learn how to do a card. We'll just all day, a placemat. We're just going to have fun. I want to make sure that you're completely comfortable, and you have 2 different options on how you're going to do it. 2 different options, whatever way you're comfortable with. Whatever way you're comfortable with is going to be how you do it, okay? Second day. The second day, we will be doing a quilt. And this is what you're going to be doing. So this quilt was made in a couple hours. This was done in a couple hours. And what you're going to do is there's no pattern to this. There's no rhyme or reason where you put your piece of fabric. So you're going to take, as if you look on this, there is like here, where are we at? So like you have your pieces of, where are we at? Here we go. So you have like your main piece of fabric that you put in the middle, and then you put that piece in the middle, and then you just work your way out, y'all. You work your way out. I did this one. I did a gnome quilt. I think Miss Shannon got the gnome quilt. So this right here, so all you need is, I don't know. I mean, you could do a jelly roll and then maybe a yard. There's not a lot of fabric here. It's not a lot of fabric here. So I think maybe this is a total yard, maybe. So I think if you got some fabric pieces, you could just take and cut out fabric pieces, jelly rolls, scrap pieces. Get your scraps out, y'all. Get your scraps out, because y'all can see this is all scraps. These were all scrap pieces that I pulled out. So besides the little pictures, I actually printed. I printed these guys, but yeah, it's just literally, and you can use a 4x4. Anna, you don't have to have an embroidery machine to do this. This is not done on the embroidery machine. Granted, I did quilt it on the embroidery machine, but it doesn't have to be quilted because it's already quilted. So I just wanted to give it some more texture. So that was just my personal choice. That one was just my personal choice on that one. So as long as you have a machine that has a straight stitch and either if you have the double blanket stitch, it works best, but you don't have to. If you have a zigzag stitch and a straight stitch, that's all you need. That is all you need. So if you're interested in the 2-day retreat, it is February 6th and 7th. So let me know. We can send you in the right direction, and I'll send y'all. Oh my gosh. How did I get to 200K? This is crazy, y'all. Oh my gosh. I should take a screenshot. Take a screenshot, because 200K, y'all. I have never. That is crazy. I'm excited. I'm excited. Thank y'all for doing that. I appreciate y'all doing that. I completely appreciate y'all doing that. So, So now what I need to do is I need to trim around these. So do y'all want to watch the trimming or do you want to watch the embroidery? Let me grab my phone. I'll tell you how to get there. I will tell you how to get there. So if you go to YT, thank you, Cynthia. So on my page, Ree, there is that third pin right there. Oh, you're over on YT. I already sent you all the information. They're on the third pin right there. If you take and screenshot it and then hold down, it'll open up the page. So like, watch this. So if I just take and open this up like this, and I take and screenshot it. So I just screenshotted that. And then I take and hold down on that. What happens when you hold down on it, it says open. So if you open that in there, so then it'll come up to this page. It'll come up to this page. So on there, it'll say, you'll see, it'll say virtual abstract quilting adventure. So if you click on that, it should take you over to the page. It should take you right over to the page. So, and then you'll be able to sign up for it. And it'll give you all the information and stuff. Like I said, as soon as you sign up, I send you all the information you need. I send you the Zoom information and everything. You're welcome. No, thank you, Ree. Thank you. I look forward to the class. The class is going to be a lot of fun. The class is going to be a lot of fun, y'all. So it'll be fun. Okay, so we're almost done with this home, and then we have one more to go. And what we'll do is we'll get them all trimmed up and then get them all stitched up. So we'll get them all stitched up. I'm thinking we're going to have the same, I think we'll have the same backing. We'll lay them out and we'll see how big we need. I'm thinking that'll be big enough. So point to the 200K. Oh my God, 200K, y'all, 200K. That's exciting. Exciting, exciting. I'm excited. I cannot believe we did 200K today, y'all. Barb, it's crazy. It's because of y'all. It's because of y'all. Y'all are awesome. So, okay. So let's go back over here. We'll get the last one loaded. We'll get this last one loaded here. We'll come over this way, and I'm going to hold on. I get it Okay, so we're gonna stitch that one. So I'm gonna put that one there. I'm gonna Thanks for the follow, guys. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for hanging out. This is the last stitching on this one, then we'll get them all trimmed up. I'll start trimming as it's stitching this one. Like I said, we're going to put it together a little different. We're going to put it together a little bit different, but it'll be okay. And again, as you're trimming around these things, like I said, I hold it up. I hold the fabric up. They have it where you do these in one hooping, or I mean in a hooping per square, but with me having the bigger the bigger hoop, I was able to put a few in one. So made it kind of nice. Made it kind of nice. You're so trying to applique today. Applique is fun, Barb. The applique is fun. Good morning, Miss Amy. Miss Amy, look how many taps we got today. Miss Amy's been with me for a long time, and I have never hit that many taps, Miss Amy. And y'all just keep going. Y'all just keep tapping. This is awesome. We are, oh my gosh, you're going to like this, Miss Amy. We are making a placemat, and it's with a wildlife theme. It is with a wildlife theme, so. And we're on the last square. We are on the last square, so we're going to start joining them. I got to trim around them. So as this is stitching, I'm going to start trimming. So. I'm trimming fabric over here, guys. That way we'll be ready to stitch together when that one gets done. Hope we get all these strings right in. So then it goes to the next one. That one's kind of cool. So I'm thinking we'll do, so that one says gray. So we're going to go gray. We're going to go gray, and then we're going to do the variegated. Ha ha. That way we're already ready. We'll have variegated loaded for what we're going to do. We'll have variegated loaded for what we're going to do, y'all. Got my sewing machine for Christmas. Can't. You are very welcome. You are very welcome, LaDonna. That's what I'm here, is for inspiration and get you comfortable. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Ah. What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? We're gonna put a new bobbin in. We're gonna put a new bobbin in. Sometimes when it gets down to the bottom, sometimes it doesn't like it. Sometimes it doesn't like it. And as you can see, even though I've been embroidering for years, I still got issues. Nobody's perfect. I am far from perfect, y'all. Sometimes trying to find the end of that thread on these pre-wound bobbins is not any fun. Pre-wound bobbins are sometimes new fun. So I'm going to put that, and then I'm going to rethread that thing. We're going to rethread, and we're going to restart that. Check the needle, too. Check the needle, too. Make sure it's good. Oh. Okay. Let's back it up a stitch. Let's see if that sounds better. Okay, that sounds better. That sounds better. You're pretty close to it. You are perfect, Miss Amy. You are perfect. Okay, so we're going to let that go. All right, hold on. We'll add that variegated thread now. Last stitch, guys. We've officially stitched every single one of these blocks this morning. Like I said, the design come from Juju. It is an awesome design. They have all kinds of different designs, but if you search Placemat, you'll find this design. And granted, we're fixing to sew it together a little bit differently than what they say, but that's okay. Because, You know me, I like to think outside the box. I like to think outside the box, y'all. So thank you for hanging out, y'all. 216K. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm excited. I cannot believe I hit that many. And we're going to finish this. We are going to finish. I got way too many UFOs, y'all. I have way too many UFOs because if I don't finish this, I'll end up with another UFO, and I don't want another UFO. Anybody wants to know what a UFO is? It's an unfinished object. So more or less, you have all these little things, and none of them finished. Like I said, we're going to have a whole week on UFOs. A whole week on UFOs, y'all. Yes, totally get caught up on projects. So as that one's finishing stitching, let me turn you this way because that one's about finished there. That one's about finished. Let me move you guys up. Skip. So here is all the quilt blocks. So we have the moose. This way. We have the bear. And we have this one. Oh, missing one. Hold on. I gotta find the other one. That one. Oh, where'd the... How did I drop one? My luck, I just... Now I gotta find the other one I just dropped. Somewhere. Unless I picked it up here. Did I pick it up here? I'm going to find it here in a minute. Okay. So let's get these out of here and we'll get these all trimmed. Oh, there it is. Ha. I found it. That was weird. It was like hidden. So, okay. So let's get these unhooped. Unhooped. We have the owl. I'm kind of liking the owl, guys. I'm kind of liking the owl. Then we have the paw print. Then we have whom. Then we have these two. So, yeah. Right? Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to trim these. Right? Good morning. How are you? Good morning. Right? Okay, so I'm excited. So what we're going to do is we're going to get them all trimmed. And again, if you look on the screen, you can see what we're putting together. You can see, I'm going to move you out that way. See what we're putting together there. Good morning. Okay. So let's trim these up. Once we get these trimmed up, we will get the backing done. Enjoying the holiday, right? We should knock on wood. We should knock on wood because you know how IT is on holidays. Sometimes things go crazy. So, okay, so let's trim these. Instead, we're going to trim these here. So these get sewed together a little bit different. So we're doing something different. We're going to do something different. So what we're going to get them all trimmed. These are the last ones. I already trimmed all the other ones. Already got all the other ones trimmed. And the design is a juju. So these are going to be cool. These are going to be cool. So we'll get these trimmed. We'll get a backing cut. And I'm going to go a little wide on the backing. I'll go a little wide on the backing. What we're going to do is we'll put the sewing foot on my machine. So here's this one. This one is all good. I know I'm standing in the way, but we're going to be moving back over that way, so I'm not going to move you guys right yet. Because we're going to turn back around the other way here in just a second. Here in just a second. Then we'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing. Exactly what I'm doing here. Got this one and then one more. This one and then one more, guys. Okay. So here's this one. And then we'll get one more. Y'all, this owl is gorgeous. This owl is gorgeous, y'all. Okay. Y'all, this is almost a competition. How many taps can I get before we're done with our live today? This is crazy. Crazy, crazy. Okay. One more trim. And then what we'll do is we'll lay out a piece of fabric. Okay. Close that so I don't trim my finger. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to move y'all a little bit. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out. And do we put another piece of batting? I'm thinking we put another piece of batting. What do you guys think? Yeah, the owl is cool. I'm thinking the owl is cool. What we're going to do is we're going to lay this out. So owl goes in the middle. Owl goes in the middle. Paw print goes over here. That goes up there. Moose goes up here. Move over there, dude. Move over there. So moose goes over there. So this comes down here. So that goes up a little bit. This goes up a little bit. This goes here. This goes here. That goes there. And that goes there. Can y'all see that? It is like putting a puzzle together. It is totally like putting a puzzle together. So I'm trying to decide. I don't know if I want to put another piece of batting in the middle. If you think it needs it, then add it. If not, then don't. Place another piece of batting. It's up to you. Hold on. So I'm going to trim this across. Trim this across. Like I said, we're gonna go a little bigger. We're gonna go a little bigger here. We're going to trim that. So then these need to come down here. Okay, so I'm thinking what we need to do is we need to start. Let's start with these two. We're going to start with these two off to this side. Almost thinking, where's my 505? Where is my 5? You know what? That's probably what fell backwards. Probably what fell backwards, maybe. Oh, I found it. We're going to give it a little 505. We're going to give it 505 spray. Okay. Just to get it set. Just to get it set there. Stick that there. And then like I said, this is not how it was meant to be stitched together, but it's how I want it stitched together. And I think it's going to be cool. Okay, so we're going to put that there. You there. So that'll go there. And then the bear will go here. As I throw things on the ground. Bear there. And then that was not for you to chew. So the owl will go here. Just enough to get it sitting there for it. That'll go there. It is literally like a puzzle, guys. It's literally like a puzzle. This is kind of cool. Okay. So then this one is going to go here. Oh. Almost thought I sprayed on the wrong side. I'm like, no. No. Okay, so I'm going to put him there. And I'm going to put him there. And y'all, this is literally lining up like it should. This is exciting. This is exciting here. I was thinking. Go over there. So you're going to line up right there. And it's off a little bit on the edges. It won't matter because we're going to put binding on it. It will not matter. There's that one. And then this one. Okay. There we go, guys. So now what we'll do is let's come this way. Come this way. Let's pick it up. Stay there, guys. Okay. So now what we'll do is we will take and we'll stitch it down. We're going to take and stitch it down. So let's come over here. And like I said, we're going to use my favorite stitch, y'all. we're going to use my favorite stitch. I'm excited. I'm thinking this is going to even make it look even cooler, y'all. Thinking it's going to make it look cooler because I know, and the way they do it is cool too. The way they do it is cool too, but you know me, I like to do things a little off. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our sewing machine foot back on there. And again, I always use a screwdriver. Just a little cinch. Just a little cinch. Not a lot. You don't want to cinch it so much that you can't get it off. I've never seen them put together this way. Becky, y'all, this is what I love to do is love doing, hold on, let me make sure it works not. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the sewing machine. I like to do things a little differently. So we're going to go back home. And we're going to go to sewing. If I go to sewing, it's going to kick that all the way over to the other side. Kick it all the way over to the other side. So let me show y'all. Do not fall off there, please. Okay. I'm like, don't fall over behind there. So let me show you exactly what stitch we're going to use. So I'm going to pull you over here. I'm going to pull you guys over here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go over to the 3. Okay. I'm going over to that 3 and I'm going up here to 3-18. Just as long as you have any kind of stitch that kind of looks like this. Sorry, work was messaging me. As long as you have any kind of stitch like this, it doesn't exactly have to be this stitch. It can be any kind of stitch, as long as it's like a zigzag stitch. Like I said, this is a double blanket stitch that I'm using. But as you see, I'm going to increase the width up to 7 millimeters. I always increase the width. But as you see, it has that stitch that goes down the middle. And then it has that stitch that goes like this. It's like an off. It like goes here, jumps down, over, and it just goes all. And so what you do is you line the 2 pieces of fabric that you have right down the middle of your sewing foot. So you line those, that way the middle is right there, okay? So what we're going to do is if you look right here, I'm going to take right here and I'm going to stitch down that middle and I'm going to center that foot right there. And then what it's going to do is it's going to take and grab both sides. That way it stitches those together, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over here and let's start stitching. We're going to come over here and we're going to start stitching. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit too to see if I can, so you guys can kind of see exactly. And I'll zoom over here too. Let's come over here and I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you guys too. Oh, that was a little far. There we go. There we go. All right, so like I said, up. Okay, so I'm going to come here and I'm going to, like I said, I have this lined up and I'm going to center that foot. I'm going to center that foot right there, okay? So put that down and I'm going to put the needle down too. I want the needle in the down position. So I'm going to go ahead and I have it kind of in the middle as far as the speed goes. So now, like I said, center that foot right there on that seam. Center the foot right there on the seam, because what this is going to do, more or less put like a serger stitch kind of on this, okay? And so we're joining these 2 together, and once these 2 get stitched, I'll show you. We'll stitch these, and then we'll probably stitch the outside too, just to make sure it stays down. We'll get these stitched. Once this one stitches, I'll show you what we're doing here. Okay, we're going to trim that off here. I'm trying to make sure none of my stuff falls off. Make sure none of the stuff falls off here. Okay, so as you can see here, where are we at here? You can see how it stitched that together. It's all stitched together. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do that all the way around. We're going to do that all the way around. So now I'm almost thinking I don't want this falling off here. Don't want this falling off here. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch. Let's stitch down this one right here. We're going to stitch down right here. Like I said, just keep it centered in between those two pieces of fabric. And don't pull or push. Let that machine pull it. Let the machine pull it. The machine, if you push or pull, it messes with your stitch. You don't want to mess with your stitch. Just keep centering it right there on those two pieces of fabric. Yay, it didn't fall. Okay. So we've got that one stitched. I think we're going to stitch down this one right here too. So let's go ahead and come down this one. Like I said, it may be a little off on the outside, but it's okay because we're going to put a binding there. We're going to put a binding on the outside, so it'll take care of that little offage there. And I'm just centering it in between those two pieces. I like to do it this way because, I don't know, when you sew it together the other way, I mean, it works okay, but you have bunching. I don't know, you end up with heavy seams, and I don't know, just my personal opinion. Everybody has their own way of doing it. This is just another way that you can do this. So let's come this way. I'm trying to make sure that we have all the pieces here attached. So let's do this one. This one's not attached yet. So let's stitch down this one. I'm going to stitch you over there. And I'm just holding it together. I'm not pushing or pulling it, guys. I'm letting the machine do that. And I'm centering that foot between the two. So we're going to turn it this way. Now we're going to come down this way, and we're just going to stitch all the way around all of them. That way we get the raw edge of all your fabrics will be taken care of. That way when you wash it or whatever, you don't have to worry about the thread spraying. And this looks really cool. It looks really cool. So we're going to come over here and get this one. Got this one. And with doing it this way, you're quilting the back of it also. So your back will be quilted to it. Let's see. Oh, we got one more here. looks like, let's go ahead and stitch all the way around it. We're going to go ahead and stitch all the way around it too, and then we'll trim it and then I gotta look and see what I got for binding for this, guys. I have to say thank you to Juju because this is a cool design. It's funny, I got this design years ago and I just never have done anything with it. We almost got it stitched all the way around, guys. I think this came out pretty awesome. I'm glad we went with this way. Glad we went with this way. I said, if you've never done this, this is how I do my abstract. This is how I do the abstract quilts. So, and you're going to see here in a minute how it ends up piecing together. Because it pieces very cool. Very cool. And it gets rid of the raw edge. You're taking two raw edges, you're joining them together, and you're using this double blanket stitch. And you're joining it and quilting it at the same time. So, joining and quilting at the same time, y'all. Okay. So I will unzoom you guys. I think you're right. I think you're right. I'm going to unzoom you guys. Okay. So y'all, check it out. This is awesome. And you can see the seams. You see those seams? It just gives it a different look. It gives it a completely different look. And the nice thing is, check it out, guys. It's quilted. It is completely quilted. You now have it all quilted also. So the back is all quilted. The front is all quilted. And you have a placemat. You have a placemat. How cool is that? Right? I'm excited. I am excited. I got to do some looking and seeing what I have for binding, but I'll get it binded. I'll show you guys tomorrow. I will show you guys tomorrow on that. So, but y'all, thank you for hanging out with me today and 245K. Y'all, oh my gosh. This is awesome. So, but anyways, abstract. This is how we do the abstract. So the stitching on this is how the abstract is going to go. So if you want to join in on some fun abstract, come join in. So yeah, I'm excited. I am excited on it. So excited. Right, Becky? It's cool. It's cool. No, I don't need you to join me and help me. No, I don't need you. Okay, which is your favorite animal? What's the favorite animal, guys? I don't know. I like all of them. The owl really pops out. The owl really pops out. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you guys for helping. It was 5:05. 5:05. Owl. Everybody's saying the owl. Everybody's saying the owl. Thanks for the taps, guys. Thanks for the taps. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's a draw between the owl. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. The owl and the paw print. I'm really liking the paw print too. And y'all, it's quilted. It's completely quilted. So I'm liking this one. Took a long time. Took a long time. We've been working on this for 4 hours, y'all. It took 4 hours to make one placemat, but I think it was worth it. I think it was worth it. So anyways, okay. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you again for joining. Tomorrow, we're doing a quilted hoodie. We are doing a quilted hoodie. So that is so cool. So cool. So I got to do some research on how I'm going to do that. So I don't know. I don't know. Miss Lisa, you still on here? See if Miss Lisa's still on here. Thank you. I plan on it. Yeah, I'm going to do some spring cleaning this morning, get everything organized. Once I get everything organized, then I've got, okay, I'm going to be calling you. I'm going to be calling you if that's okay. Once I get everything organized, then I get 2 projects I want to work on. And if I get those done, I'll show you guys. I will show you guys those. So again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for having some fun, and thanks for your input. And again, if you're not following me, give me a follow. We'll be back on tomorrow morning, 4:30. Out and do a quilted hoodie with us. Never done one, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out with y'all's help. So I greatly appreciate it. Again, enjoy your day off if you're off today, and see y'all tomorrow. Thanks, guys.